Today in Gothenburg, 7 acts wiggled and rocked and worked their water fixtures. You guys, it is time to review the first rehearsals from semifinal 1. Are you ready? Let's do this! First up were Viktor and Samir with the song Bada, Nakna, swimming naked or bathing naked. You guys, let me just tell you the highlight of this for me was when they removed their shirts to show off their gym-honed bodies. They have been working out, and not just those bodies, also their vocals. I thought they sounded more competent than they did last year. They still look slightly lost. I mean, they are reality TV stars at the end of the day, but I quite like that quality, particularly with Viktor. He's just kind of like, you know, missing his camera angles and having a good time, but they're so likable. And the song has almost an anthemic quality when they go, oh, oh, oh. It sounds very expensive and a bit more, I don't know, there's a bit more production value than last year.
It's a very brash opener and it's really in your face. And they seem to have gotten more Jedwardian, because they seem to have borrowed the water feature from Baku. That looks kind of tacky, so I don't know, but the entry is definitely more polished, I think, than Groupie was last year.
But for me, it was big disappointment, because like Samir and Viktor are fun and they're playful, but the song was so serious and even depressing. I like that, like, of course the message is fun, bathing naked or swimming naked or whatever, but they didn't have that fun on the stage either. The performance was okay. I wanted more water than just those stupid what they poured from Jedward. But I just think this was boring, and I think they will have trouble making to the final this year.
Water sports are most definitely in. I think that they've taken a clip from the beginning. It's quite dark. I bet you when they hit the chorus, the lights are gonna go on and it's gonna be a party. Next up, it was Pernilla Andersson with the song Mitt, guld. Now y'all, I'm all about sleeping, but this song made me pass out. It just is so boring. I feel like she's going nowhere. You know, she's got a guitar, but she's not playing. There's a harpist on stage. I was more intrigued by the painting in the background, which Pernilla did herself, which includes a naked woman and a tiger. I mean, that's a bad sign.
Talk about from one extreme to the other, because Viktor and Samir were so full of life, and this one, oh, I don't know what you would describe it as. It's nearly, she's like lounge music basically, but maybe for an elderly care home or something. It's not going to frighten anyone, no one's going to remember it, and I think it would be miraculous if it was to qualify.
Yeah, it was really boring, and I liked Desperados. It was such a good song, but like this is so boring, and especially when you don't understand the lyrics. Maybe Swedish people will like it because they understand the message, but I don't think it has any chances to make it even to understand.
She says, I feel your breath on my skin. It must be what they call God. Well, honey, you better look to your skin and ask your skin to send you through, because I think you're in trouble. Third up was debutante Mimi Werner with the song Ain't No Good. Y'all, I thought this was pretty good. I mean, in Sweden, having a big name helps, and she doesn't have that, but I think the strength of her voice, her fun attitude, and this country disco vibe could actually pull her through.
It's like Dean and Na doing a barnyard hoedown. It's just so fun, and even the dance moves, and she's grabbing her heels, and there's the clapping, and it all works, because some of the other acts that are performing in the semi-final, it comes across as kind of cheesy and dated, but she manages to harness the cheesiness, and it doesn't make you cringe, and it just makes you kind of, I don't know, want to dance with her.
If Samir and Viktor let me down with the fun part, it was me and Werner who really brought it to the stage. I really like the song. It's like, it's nothing special or new, but it's still fresh and current. There's nothing wrong with it. I think she might surprise us on Saturday evening.
And I love what you said in your review, Sammy. You go, girl. Next up, we have Albin and Mattias with the song Rick Rich. Y'all, this song is all about how you don't need money to make you happy. You also do not need this song to make you happy. In fact, you should avoid this song. It is just cringe. I do not like it. I think that English is definitely the lingua franca of R&B and rap. And so when someone attempts to rap in Swedish, it just, oh gosh, it makes me cringe. I think that this relies on Mattias's star quality. He plays to the camera, he knows how to work the stage. And then Albin's there, and Albin's just like along for the ride. I don't buy it. I just feel like this is going home. There's no need to say anything else. This will not make it.
Yeah, Albin, he's the rapper, isn't he?
Yeah.
He looked completely lost on stage because he was like, "Where am I going?" and da 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 da. And then even their staging, they look like they're serenading each other, and I don't think that's what the song is supposed to be about. They're singing about money and capitalism or whatever, but they look like they're singing a gay love song to each other.
Well, obviously Mattias has been in the Melodifestivalen twice already, so he knows what to do. But yeah, like you said, it felt like they were singing to each other, and I want to know what they've been doing to building up that chemistry. But actually, I like the song. I've been listening to Albin a lot lately, and I've been used to the Swedish rap. And Mattias is amazing. He's really talented and handsome, and I think it could have a chance to make it to Andersson, but I think it will be the fifth.
Next up is Melodifestivalen veteran Anna Book with the song Himmel för två, that's heaven for two. You guys, she does not take me to heaven. She takes me to a Schlager heaven, but this just feels so dated. I mean, she competed at Melodifestivalen in 2007 and like way back in 1986 as well, and then sometime in between, and it seems like she has not moved on since her first appearance. This sounds 1986 Schlager. I mean, it has its fans. There will be people who like this. She's very positive, she's very optimistic, she's very happy. At the end of the day, she's singing about a rainbow for two. This is pure cheese. The stage looks like it exploded, like they got an electro rainbow and it just went bam. She makes people happy. She made me smile, but I would never vote for this. Like, I would happily listen to this if I was at a dive bar and it came on and I didn't want to go outside because it was cold. But I would not download this. I think she could make it to second chance because there's a bit of nostalgia here. There's something. She's Anna Book. I mean, she's not a legend, but she's a star, and like you want to like her. But the song doesn't convince me.
I don't like it at all, and it just is really badly dated. It's not even taking. Do you know the way sometimes they take elements and make it retro, whereas this is just like a really old song that's just plonked into modern times. But I can see that maybe it would qualify because for two reasons. One, Magnus Carlsen did so well last year with Gamla Stan, and it's a similar genre. And then if you kind of have the older demographic voting for songs, they kind of have Anna and they have Pernilla. They're going to forget about Pernilla, so they'll vote for Anna.
I didn't like the song either, and maybe 10 years ago Schlager did well in Melodifestivalen, but lately they haven't made it into the final or even the Andersson next to Magnus Carlsen, of course. Anna is amazing, and I really like her power, and she was doing really well, but the song is so dated and so we heard this many times before and it wasn't good even then.
And y'all, I know we've talked about this privately, but she looks exactly like that girl from Little Mix, Jessie Nelson, before she lost the weight and aged 2 decades into the future. I love it. Next up is Robert Bengtsson. He, of course, rose to fame on Idol, and he is competing with the song Constellation Prize. You guys, this song title, I still don't know what it means, what it is. They say it's a play on words, like maybe of Constellation Prize, because he's like in love with a girl and she's not into him. In any event, it doesn't matter. I find this really, really bad. I think he's a great performer. I think he's a very good artist, but this song is just a little boring. Like, it relies on a harmonica to give it energy because the pace, the tempo, the lyrics, it's just not cohesive to me. It's just not working. I love the lights. I think they look amazing, all the black and gold, but he's leaving my heart black and blue because I expected something big and I'm disappointed.
Well, actually, I think this might be a dark horse in the kind of similar vein to Ellen Benedictson in 2014, because it's quite simple, the staging, it's just him on his own. But the thing is, I don't know what to make of it, because it's kind of modern, but then at the same time it's dated already because the harmonica is very Avicii, Wake Me Up, and that's like 2 years old, 3 years old at this stage. I think I need to hear the rest of the song, but at the moment the snippet has me kind of positively optimistic.
I like the song also, but it feels like Robin doesn't know what he's doing. In the Idol he was doing rock music, then after that he was doing like danceable stuff, and now this radio pop. I don't know what he's doing, and I think he doesn't know either. But the song was good. I liked the harmonica and the staging looked amazing. So I think maybe he will make it to Andersson.
I get the sense that he doesn't like his song either. Honestly. And closing out this semifinal is Ace Wilder with the song Don't Worry. And you guys, I actually am slightly worried. I know it's only a 15-second clip, so you can't tell that much, but it left me a little cold. Like, it does not live up in my mind to Busy Doing Nothing at this point. But of course, I didn't like the 15-second clip of Busy Doing Nothing either, and that ended up being my favorite, like, most played Melfest song ever. Her dancing is on point. She's much more confident this time around, because at the last Melodifestivalen, and you got the sense she was nervous, but I think now that she has songs like Stupid and Riot and Busy Doing Nothing under her belt, she's just a much more confident performer, and she's worked on her dancing. The backing dancers, they are on point. They are thrusting and dropping and jiving and spreading their legs and doing all sorts of stuff, and you can tell they've invested a lot of money in this performance. She's got kind of Eric Sada effects in the back with the spotlights. It looks very expensive. My sense is that this is leading up to an epic chorus that's going to be super loud and danceable, so I am keeping the faith that she is going direct till finale and that she will challenge for the win.
You have the sense that just as they cut off, it was about to get exciting. But even from the little snippet, it's the one song that kind of stood out and kind of got stuck in my head a little bit. But we have to remember, this is the first show, and the first show, usually they put in kind of the really big acts, or one or two of them, to kind of get people to tune in next week. And she's in the same spot as Eric Sade with Sting last year. And I remember this time last year, everybody was saying, oh, Sting, it's so disappointing. And then he came out and bam, it was amazing. So I'm out of every confidence that Ace will do the same thing. And she has these giant boxes, and yeah, basically it looks very expensive.
She looked really confident and not that immature like she did in 2014. And yeah, the song was okay, but like you said, there must be a big dance banger after this pre-chorus, just like in Busy Doing Nothing. And I think Ace will win this heat. Obviously, there's no one else who could beat him there.
Yeah, I think we need to look at the repetition of "Don't worry, it's gonna be all right" as a transition instead of the main event, because in the clip it is the main event. It's what it leads to, but this is clearly leading on to something bigger, better, bangier, bammier. Now, I know we've only seen 15-second clips, but I want to go around and ask you guys, who is going to Andra Chansen?
Mimi and Robin are going to Andra Chansen, I think.
Yeah, I agree on that. Albin and Mattias might have some chances to make it, but I think it will be Mimi and Robin.
This is crazy. We actually all agree. I think that Mimi, what's going to hurt her is the fact she doesn't have a reputation. And I think, as we've seen in the past, Melodifestivalen voters really value reputation. But she's got a banger of a song. I just hope she can sustain that energy for the full 3 minutes, because the snippet is great. But like, whether that country disco sound can hold a full 3 minutes, I'm not yet convinced. And Robin, I think he's got the reputation behind him for being on Idol. And he also has amazing staging. It's going to see him through. Now, you guys, who are your top 2 picks to go direct till finale?
Well, there was only 2 that stuck in my head and left a major impact, and it's Ace Wilder and Samir Viktor.
I have to agree with that. Even Samir Viktor was a little disappointing, but I think they will have the fans to voting for them, and the song will be better when we hear it full.
My number 1 is Anna Book. No, I'm just kidding. I agree with y'all. It's obviously going to be Samir Viktor and Ace Wilder. The first semifinal, they set up big names. Those big names go through. These are the big names. It's done. Done. Which means that Anna Book, Albin and Mattias, and Pernilla will not be advancing. You guys don't think that Pernilla's reputation could pull her to Andra Chansen?
It'll put her in dead last place. Well, her song will anyways.
Yeah, there's no way that she will make it.
Like, who was that guy last year who sang Living to Die?
Andreas Johnson.
Huge reputation, Melfest veteran, dead last in his heat. Well, that's what we think. What do you think? Who are your favorites to make it direct to the final in the first Melodifestivalen semi-final of the year? You can let us know here on wiwibloggs, and while you're at it, why not press like and subscribe? See you later. Bye.
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 Slippery when wet. Now, moving on, we have, sorry, that makes no sense. Slippery when wet. I was thinking they were having sex and lubricating each other, doing all sorts. All right.